Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Married at First Sight Season 16, Episode 17 called Gatlinburg Getaway. Why was this episode, which is an hour and a half, all for one day? At this point, they really could have put last week's episode, this week's episode, into one episode of 1.5 hours. They did not need two whole episodes. And for 7 days until decision day, the whole episode was 7 days until decision day. Literally the whole episode. This is what I mean when I'm talking about y'all stretching it. If I see one more scene of a couple or supposed spouse having a conversation on a balcony, I don't know what I would do. I feel like I would scream, but probably not out in the open, but internally I would scream. So we are 7 days until decision day. We're going to be at 7 days until decision day for practically this whole review. So everyone is still in Gatlinburg except for Eris. They're doing their little video diaries from their phone or whatever the case may be. And we start off with Shaq, Kristen, Chris, and Nicole. They're going to an old-time photo shoot. And while the guys go look at the guy section of clothes to wear, the girls go look at the girls section of clothes to wear. We see them talking about decision day and living together post-decision day from both sides. You know, it's the same old, same old. You know, it's not even just with this season, it's just with all seasons. You know, they're going to give us the runaround. Oh, they don't know what they're going to do. You know, they're still trying to figure things out, especially for decision day. They don't know if they're going to say yes or no. So for me, I'm just like looking already at the previews for the next episode. We are not even close to decision day. I thought next episode was going to be decision day. I was wrong. It was this episode. Next episode is going to be the last episode before the decision day episode. And then, you know, we're going to have two, you know, part 1, part 2 reunion. And then after there's a lot of episodes left. Okay. This season is not going to be done no time soon. Okay. So at this point, I don't know what we're talking about. I mean, I'm here to talk, but at the same time, it's just like, about what? Okay. About all the activities they did in one day. So, like I said, they talk about decision day. I really don't care because I know you guys gonna give us the runaround. They go do the photo shoot. It was cute for what it was. Then we move to everybody. They going to the lumberjack and doing activities. Everybody did the little pole climbing thing except for Clint because, you know, he's still recovering from his birthday party. He got a little too drunk, sipping on some champagne. So, you know, he said if he was going to do the climb thing, he probably going to puke over everyone. So thank the Lord Jesus he didn't do it. So therefore, everyone else did. Jasmine was the one who got the furthest up. So she felt like, you know, Eris would have been proud of her. You know, she misses her husband because she felt like he would have went on the thing too. Okay, good. Good for you, Jasmine. But why are we having hope at this point? Why are we having hope? Okay, we are too far in the game for you to still be like, oh, you know, he will. No. So after they do that, they sit down to talk in two groups. It was Gina, it was Gina, Chris, and Kirsten. And in the other group, it was Jasmine, Shaquille, Nicole, and Clint. So nothing else to really take from them. You know, they talk about them and their spouse's marriage, how things are going, whatever the case may be. The only thing I want to point out here is of Jasmine. Yeah, she says she's still trying to understand. She don't say this word for word. I'm just paraphrasing. But she was saying stuff along the lines of she don't understand why Eris still don't find her attractive. And, you know, she was the one who beat everybody on the whole cast of climbing up the thing. So she don't see why Eris wouldn't find that attractive. Jasmine, it don't matter what you do. You could do everything he likes. He probably still not gonna want you because he's not attracted to you. You not his type. So that's already a big red flag. You not being his type physically is like a deal breaker for him. So even if you even get to the point where you do things that he likes, which I'm pretty sure you already do, it's still not gonna work. So you talking about you don't understand why he doesn't find you attractive or the things you do attractive, even though you a beast in sports and all that stuff and all these activities, is because he don't find you attractive. Okay, I don't know how many times homeboy has to let her know indirectly he don't find her attractive. He told you directly. He told you indirectly. I don't know what else you need, Jasmine. You need to just not even figure out. You should already know. You just need to have enough self-worth to be like, listen, you ain't for me. I ain't for you. That's it. But I don't know why. I don't know if the producers are telling you to tell Jasmine, please. I like you, but at the same time, when we having these type of discussions, 7 days until decision day, and a man been telling you since day one he wasn't feeling you like that. I don't understand why you don't understand. We gonna move on because there's nothing else to take from that other than that. No, nothing, nothing. Okay. So we get to Kirsten and Shaq. They go on a balcony. This is one of those balcony scenes where they talk. They don't even sit down. They lean over the edge, the ledge, or whatever, the railing, and talking about decision day to get on the same page before decision day. They kind of bicker back and forth, and Kirsten don't know if they're going to be on the same page on decision day. You're not. You haven't been on the same page since day one. So let's not try to act like, oh, I don't know where it's gonna go. You know where it's gonna go because you know you're gonna say no. And I'm hoping Shaquille says no too. I feel like he's gonna be one of those question marks. Like, he can say yes, he can say no, but I hope he says no because I know Kirsten gonna say no. So let's not even play games no more. Okay, we've been playing games all season. Let's just be blunt with it. Y'all both should say no. And that's it. Y'all haven't been on the same page at all since beginning of time. So no, let's not talk about being on the same page because it's not gonna happen. Because ain't nothing gonna happen or pursue past decision day with the two of you guys. Okay, so the Dylans is not gonna be no Dylans. It's just gonna be one Dylan, which is Shaq. Okay, we're gonna move on then. Still on the balcony, we got Clint and Gina. They go sit down on the balcony to talk. Gina's distraught because one of her workers, employees, Julia, done quit on her. So she's hurt because it's like, these ladies are her friends. They're not just, her employees, okay? These are her friends. I don't know if Gina got any friends other than the people at the salon, but it don't really seem like it to me. So these are like her friends, her lifelines, and they just quit on her, making young and dumb decisions and, wanting to be their own entrepreneur and stuff. It's just, it hurts. It hurts her feelings because she spent a year training her and now she, just picked up and just, they had an argument and maybe Gina was a little too strong on her words or her tone or whatever the case may be. So Julia done left. So Gina's very hurt. And, Clint probably at the point where he's just not even going to say anything opposing for her to get mad at him again or for America to get mad at him. So he's just going to support her. And it's like, yeah, I understand. Like, wow, yeah, you've been training her all this time and, she just left. That's just, I know you're very hurt about that. And, even Gina shed some tears. She gets kind of teary-eyed and cries. Gina, listen, I'm going to need you, listen, I know, coming from a personal, sensitive person to another, someone who, overthinks and, takes a lot of things personal, because that's the type of person I am. So from coming from someone who's kind of similar to you, if not, no, I'm not the same. Absolutely not. But some similar personality, sensitive, you cry because you feel like it was a personal jab towards you, as an employer, listen, everybody that comes on your team ain't gonna stay on your team. Okay, I don't know how much younger Julia is. Okay, but you know how many people? Listen, we are in a day and age where people don't care about the employer. Why? Because the employer don't care about the employee. At the end of the day, the employer just going to look out for themselves and for their company and not really the employees. There are some employers who I'm sure do go far above and beyond for their employees. But, excuse me, especially depending on monetary wise, if they find another job that's going to pay them more, they got better benefits, that, the pros outweigh the cons, they're going to go to the other job. And if she wants to be her own entrepreneur, what's wrong with that? I'm sure at one point you was working in a salon, Gina, that wasn't yours. And you said, you know what, I could do this on my own. So you went ahead and did your own thing, have your own salon. So if she wants to do that same thing, if she has that same aspect and dream as you, I don't understand why you feel in some type of way that she wanted to quit and do her own thing. If that was the case from what you're saying. It doesn't, listen, employees come and go. Okay, that's why, just like Clint said, you got to keep that barrier. Like, business comes first. Like, yeah, we could be cool. We could kumbaya at the bar after work. But at the end of the day, it's all about getting your money. So, I guess you could be in your feelings because that's your feelings. But at the same time, to the point that you like distraught on vacation on a couples retreat, crying over a girl who don't quit when you probably still making more bank than her. So what? Get somebody else. Okay, Nashville's a big place. I've been there before. Get somebody else. Okay, get another employee, whatever. Gina, you will be okay. Like I said, I don't know if she don't got no friends other than the people at the salon, but Gina, you will be all right, okay? Wipe your tears with your money that you're probably making from the salon, especially now that you got a brick and mortar. You will be okay. We then move on. We then move on to Chris and Nicole. They go miniature golfing, and they both don't do the best of jobs. And the fact that Nicole wasn't getting no golf balls into the hole, she was getting a little frustrated, and you know, she likes to verbalize all her feelings and whatnot. So I mean, I guess that's good, but at the same time, it's kind of like, not Gina, but Nicole, like, relax. So I guess since she was getting frustrated, she was telling Chris, like, she's just trying to, do better and just, I guess, woo-saw in the moment. So I don't know what Chris done said because I really was not paying the fullest of attentions for this episode. But he said something and she was just like, or maybe she just said it out of the blue because, Nicole be saying stuff out of the blue. So she done told Chris that he married a stranger. So sorry, but he married a stranger, so he gets what he gets. Yes, Nicole, and he can also say no on decision day. But obviously, that since you love to self-sabotage your relationships, so they're and such. If he says no, I don't want to continue on decision day, I think I might clap. Even though, like I said, Chris, I've been side-eyeing you since you don't cry on the balcony. But at the same time, Nicole, she need help. So listen, if you stay, we should probably separate, and you should probably get counseling, one-on-one therapy. I think that would be a great decision for the both of you, Chris. Mainly for you, but for the both of you guys. So yes, I would concur if you were to say that. If you are, I don't know. I would hope so, but we'll have to see in 2 weeks. Literally in 2 weeks, if that. So then after that, we get to Eris. He gets back to Gatlinburg from Nashville, and he's letting us know in the confessional that he's shocked that he missed Jasmine. We are shocked too, Eris. You're not the only one shocked. You missing Jasmine? Is it because she was doing your laundry and stuff? I'm not saying that she was, but in my head, I feel like she was doing a lot of stuff for him. So he probably misses having someone in the house and, doing things for him. To the point he said he even missed the dog, Duchess. So they hug, of course. Ain't no kissing going on. Ain't no physical touch other than the hug. So then they go outside to play Jumbo Connect 4 and talk a little bit. And Jasmine actually likes to hit the fact that Eris missed her. Jasmine is not long-lived. Listen, if a man could tell you that another man had to tell him to clap for you when you walk down the aisle, if a man had no problem letting you know from the jump that he wasn't feeling you, if a man has to have someone let him know that he needs to, put notifications in his phone to just text you in the day, because you also wanted to mention that he texted her when he was away. Yeah, probably because he just did Dr. Pepper's advice and did a notification. Hey, check on Jasmine. Yeah, I wouldn't be liking to hear, oh, you missed me, like it was going to change it. It's not going to change nothing, Jasmine. I know you're trying to hold out for hope, but please let the hope die, because ain't no hope left in this marriage. Ain't no hope was in this marriage to begin with. Okay? His mind and heart is with the hating ass cousin back in Nashville. So I'm going to just need you to just hold out hope maybe for Shaq, because that's the only about left hope you have for season 16 of Married at First Sight. Anyway, moving on. We back with Shaq and Kirsten. They packing up because they're going to leave early because Shaq got some school or work stuff to do. And he's actually happy that Kirsten is willing to come home with him. I guess she's the one that initiated from his words. I don't know. I don't care. But, they're packing up. They're making little jokes. So, I think that was the brightest smile that he smiled this whole season because of the fact that he's going to have his wife by his side when he goes back to Nashville. So that's great. Good for you, Shaq. Anyway, before they leave, though, we're going to have a nice dinner because it's the last night in Gatlinburg. And who, other than Clint, would make this grand dinner, which I think was just like salmon and a nice fancy salad. But they sit down in the living room, family room, playroom, whatever the case is, and they all kind of dressed up a little bit and say positive things about their long journey on this long ass season 16 of Married at First Sight. And they do a little toast, goes to commercial for dramatic effect, comes back from commercial for dramatic effect. Then they play a card game asking their spouses questions about each other. Nothing for me to comment on because at this point I'm just like, we just saying stuff to just be saying stuff. Even when Gina and Clint went, I'm just like, y'all really shouldn't even have pulled the card because ain't no relationship really going on here other than a friendship. But okay, whatever. They hug Kirsten and Shaq goodbye. They done leave. And then that's when everybody else get into the hot tub. And all couples are together except for Gina and Clint. They're sitting on opposite sides of the pool. But are we really shocked? Because they're not even really a couple. They are friends. They are friends. Platonic friends. Ain't nothing more than just maybe a hug. Possibly kiss on the cheek. Other than that, nothing's really happening. So here we go. Of course, everybody like pretty much half naked. They're in the hot tub drinking on some champagne. Clinton was right back to the champagne after having a serious hangover that morning. But, he proceeds to ask the question because, of course, it has to be some icebreaker question. He's asked everyone, where's the craziest place that they done had sex? They done did the do. And no one really answers, but he lets us know it was someplace in Florida. Okay, well, I'm not surprised. Was it Key West, Clint? You seem like a Key West type of guy. I don't remember if he said somewhere in Florida, and he said where and what he... Listen, like I said, wasn't fully alert in this episode because I was just shocked at the fact that the next episode is not Decision Day. So Gina was looking some type of way before it went to commercial for dramatic effect. But for me, I'm just like... So what? Okay, people are wild, okay, especially in their single time. It is what it is. Clint is a man of a certain age. I think it would be shocking if he didn't have a crazy place he had sex, So, maybe Gina don't have experience, so probably that's why she felt or made it look, but who cares? You don't even like the guy anyway. So what we looking some type of way for? Unless producer was just doing that just to bust our chops. I don't know. Producers be doing a lot of stuff. But anywho, we go to commercial for dramatic effects. Come back for commercial for dramatic effect. Everyone gets ready for bed. And then we see Chris and Nicole, they're talking in bed. And Chris asks for her to help him put himself first. And Nicole makes mention that, he should be hanging out with his friends and, not necessarily needing her by his side, but hanging with his friends alone. He don't really say nothing, and I'm just like, I mean, yeah, that's decent advice, but at the same time, I feel like Nicole feels like she's an expert, but she's really not, and she's easy to tell somebody else what they need to do with themselves, right? To help them be better and move forward in their life and whatever, make themselves happy, whatever the case may be. But when it comes to her, it's like all the advice she loves to give to other people go down the drain. And Nicole, I'm gonna need you to take your own advice. I need you to analyze yourself, not in a bad way, because I feel like she overanalyzes herself and brings herself down, but analyze yourself in a way that's gonna help you grow. And if you was looking at yourself from like an out of body type of experience, I want you to really see what you got going on and what would you tell yourself if you was on the outside looking in, because you love to let other people know what they got going on, what they need to do, but you can't do that for yourself. And I'm gonna need you to figure out why that is and learn how to do that. Focus on yourself and learning how to better yourself instead of giving other people advice that you don't even take yourself. Moving on, we get to 6 days until decision day. You see, we're almost done with the review, and we're finally getting to the next day. You see what I mean? We could have kept these 2 episodes and put them into one, because a lot of these conversations was not needed. The activities, I mean, I guess it was cool to look at, but this really could have been 1 episode. Anywho, Clint and Gina, they're talking once again on the balcony. What did they talk about? I don't know. I didn't write nothing down. I just put Clint and Gina talk on the balcony. We then get to Clint. Of course he gonna make some food. So he making breakfast. And, of course the girls help out a little bit. And Nicole and Chris, they're in the room packing up for them to leave, and she's getting anxious about not having a plan of the living situation after decision day. She's like, are we gonna at least agree to have a sort like to weigh out or say our options before decision day? Chris is looking at her crazy, like, yeah, we already said that's what we were gonna do. She's like, okay, but I just need to confirm. Gina, do you really want to be with someone? Because I really feel like you just need to be on your own. You really, really need to nip all this shenanigans in the bud before you think about getting into an actual relationship. I don't think this relationship is going to last. That's my personal opinion. I'm sorry, but I just have to let you know I don't think this is going to last, because I really feel like a lot of therapy would benefit you greatly before getting into a serious relationship, so you don't have to question the person every day about something you guys done been talked about what was going to happen, and you acting like, oh, I need to confirm, when it should have been confirmed when you first initially talked about you was going to have your options out on the table the day before decision day, or whatever the case was of when they was going to have that settled. So Nicole, please, please, please seek therapy. Please seek therapy. You know how everybody on the reviews and all that stuff doing like the betterhelp.com sponsorship stuff, I think you should really take that into consideration, because that's something that would probably benefit you greatly. Anywho, before they go upstairs to go eat breakfast with everybody else, she wants Chris to put on some costumes, some silly outfits for them to go meet the rest of the group with. He's looking at her like, I don't want to, but to appease her, he says yes. He even lets us know in the confessional that he just said yes just to appease her, not because he wanted to, because you could tell he really didn't want to. I don't blame you, Chris. It's the morning. Like, I really, in the morning, I just want to eat, do what I got to do, and go. Like, if we're taking a drive back home, I'm going to be sad that I have to leave and go back home to reality. But at the same time, I don't want to put no goofy outfit on. Like, I thought the flamingo shirt was cute, but this outfit thing, like, Nicole, like, you could have kept it, to be honest with you. But, he wanted to be nice to appease you, but he should have really just said, no, I don't want to wear it. But he wore it anyway, and they go to, I guess, surprise everybody else with the outfits. Everybody's kind of looking at them like, why the hell did you put this on? And Chris is letting them know this wasn't my idea. She wanted to do it, so I just did it. I'm only doing it for her, because otherwise I wouldn't do it. I really don't like this. I feel so silly right now. I feel like so dumb, but I'm just doing this for her. He let us know throughout the whole first 5 minutes that this was Nicole's idea. He didn't want to do it, and he's only doing it because of her. The whole vibe was just weird. And it's like, I get that Nicole is a silly, goofy person, but at the same time, I just, no. Like, honestly, I'm a silly, goofy person too, but I don't feel like I'll be like, hey, babe, let's put these silly outfits on and let's just go meet the rest of the cast upstairs. No, it'd probably be one of those things where if I wanted to do something silly like that, it'd be like, when we are home alone, nobody else in the house, and it's just gonna be us in the house, I'll be like, hey babe, like, let's put these outfits on and let's just, act silly. And then he'll probably be like, no, but then eventually he'll give in. But I don't think I would personally have them, put that on while we go. Like, it's just not, unless if it's people that we're really, really close with, to be honest with you. But she's a silly, goofy person, and I know this is on national TV, and I know you really didn't want to, Chris, but at least you did it for her. I just wish you wouldn't have at least voiced it so much, because you already know how she be, how Nicole be, so you could have kept it, but at least he did it, I guess. But after that, everyone eats breakfast. Jasmine says the grace. They talk about decision day and what they need from their spouse. And I'm thinking in my head, didn't we already have this conversation with the same season, with the same cast, like maybe a couple days ago? So I don't know why we're having this conversation again, but they had the conversation again. So I'm not going to say nothing in regards to what nobody done said, because I feel like, what's the point of you talking about you still need something from your spouse when decision day is literally almost here? You think you're going to get that within those 6 days left? No, you're probably not. And if you do, it's just probably for the camera, to be honest. Let's keep it 100 here, okay? Other than that, everybody packs up, they leave, and then that was the end of the episode. And the next week, we're going to be back to the shenanigans. Now, we're going to have Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal sitting together, I guess, with each couple to talk about what they need to do or figure out before decision day. When really is not going to change nothing. Because all these couples probably not going to stay together past decision day. I'm counting on a 0 out of 5 matches post decision day, post reunion, post after the decision day, whatever the case is, however they title that episode. Ain't none. It's gonna be 0 out of 5. You know, they might intermingle, wife swap, all that, and you know, it might be cool, like little summer fling or spring fling. You know, depending on whenever this was filmed, sometime last year. But it's not. I don't even think it's gonna. The wife swap is even gonna last either. I think everybody just need to start fresh at this point. But that was it, guys. 2 more episodes until reunion part 1. Literally. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, come back next week. Hopefully I can make you laugh. Comment what you thought about this lackluster episode. And then other than that, be easy breezy lemon squeezy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.